So let's talk about how often you should be releasing music on these streaming platforms. What's up, people? Welcome to the channel where we talk about music licensing, music business, and music production. If you love any of the previously mentioned, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. And be sure to hit that bell icon so you can know exactly when that content drops. So a question I get a lot is, like, how often should I be releasing music? Whether you're an artist or a producer, releasing instrumentals online, how often should I release? And honestly, there's no like one answer to that, right? Obviously, consistency is gonna win the game every time, but I'll tell you, I guess from my experience, what I've seen, right? So I wanna say like around 2019, I wasn't really releasing a whole bunch of music, right? It was like a single here, you know, an instrumental there. It wasn't on a consistent basis at all. So I made the decision to pretty much release every beat that I was creating to put on my beat store to lease for, you know, indie artists to come and lease from me. I decided all of those beats I was gonna start uploading and putting on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play and all those sites so that, you know, people who wanna stream instrumental music could do that. So that's what I did. I decided that every week, like all year of 2019, I was going to make a beat and then I was just gonna release that joint because I was curious to see like what would releasing a beat every week do and what would it look like. And this is what I found out. When I went into the analytics and just seen, you know, the growth of my, you know, Spotify profile and things like that, I noticed an incline. Like the more I consistently released, which, you know, releasing every week, the more my streams went up, you know, the more I was getting discovered, the more I was getting added to different playlists. And that contributed to the growth in streams and just, you know, some additional revenue from that I can look forward to, you know, whenever I decide to make a withdrawal from my DistroKid account. So I would definitely say consistency won in that sense, because not only did it give people who, you know, who were catching on to my instrumentals something to look forward to every week, they could pretty much put it on their calendar, because after a while they seen that I would release something like every week on the same day every week. And it created this consistency to where it's like, okay, like I know I can expect something new on a regular basis from this particular artist or producer or what have you. So I believe it worked to my advantage by creating a consistent upload and release schedule. And I didn't even promote it or anything. It was just something I did on the side in addition to uploading those beats on my beat store. So I can only imagine if I, you know, put some serious promotion and content around those releases, I probably could have maximized it a little bit more and capitalized off of the, you know, the frequency of those uploads and those releases. Now, you may not release every week, especially if you're an artist and you're creating full songs. You're probably not knocking out a full song every week, especially if you're outsourcing, having somebody produce the beat, mix and master, all that stuff, right? But I feel like the key here is to come up with some type of consistent release schedule, right? So it may be every 2 weeks, it may be every month, it may be every other month, whatever you want to do, whatever is feasible for you. Just come up with a consistent plan and a consistent schedule so that people know when to expect music from you. I feel like this helps get your followers in the routine of checking out your new music and checking back on your, you know, like your Spotify profiles and things like that to see if you release new music. This helps get your followers in the routine of checking back for new releases from you. Now that you've, you know, come up with a schedule of when you're going to release, whether that's every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, now you can start to strategize and create content prior and during and even after those releases to start getting your fans and potential fans engaged in what you have to offer and what you'll be releasing. A lot of times people want to feel some type of connection between your creation, even though you feel like it's the greatest thing in the world. somebody else who doesn't know you or somebody else who doesn't follow you, they have no incentive to check out your music. Like, honestly, they don't care. Like, people don't care as much as you think they should about your music. They're not attached to it like you are. So you have to find creative ways to bring people in your community and find ways to get them engaged, to get them to care about the song. And there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can create behind the scenes content of the creation process of concept to full production and just kind of telling a story, you know, during the creation process of it. People like to see behind the scenes stuff. So you can create that for them to start getting them engaged, start getting them interested to finally listen to the final product after seeing the whole process and everything that went into creating your song or your instrumental. If you're an artist and you have full songs and lyrics and things like that, you can tell stories behind the song. What inspired you to write the song? What event happened? What happened in your life that made you, you know, come up with the lyrics that you came with? Is it meaningful? Does it have a special place in your heart? People like to get to know you better. That's an opportunity for them to get to know you personally and hear what inspires you and what inspired the songs that you're creating. You can also do live listening sessions. We have IG Live, we have YouTube Live, we got Facebook Live. Like, every platform that you're social on has some type of live feature that you can use to start promoting your music, to start engaging with followers, to start engaging with potential new fans and followers. You can go live and do like a listening session, a listening party going through each track. You can even implement storytelling during that live session or do a live Q&A. Just, you know, having people ask you, you know, what sounds did you use when you created the song? Like, how did you record it? Different things like that. All of these things help build anticipation prior to the release. So now people really are interested. They seen the behind the scenes. They heard the stories behind the creation of the lyrics. They seen the sounds and the work that you put into, you know, just creating this masterpiece that you call your music. And now they want to hear the finished product because they know everything that went into it. All right, so we got the release and content creation strategy down. Now it's time to actually release the music. Like, all of this stuff means nothing if you don't actually release the music. So let's talk about some important things when it comes to releasing your music. So hopefully by now you know how important it is to promote your music and your new releases on social media. If you don't, I'm telling you right now, like, the joint is kind of important. So you want to make it as easy as possible for people to check out your music, because like I said, most people, if they don't know you, they don't even care. So if you make it harder and have them going through multiple different links to listen through on their preferred platform, then you're gonna lose a fan, you're gonna lose a follower, because nobody wants to go through all that for somebody who they don't know or care about. Sorry to say it, but people, they just don't be caring unless you give them a reason to care. So give them one link to where they can access all of the places where people listen to music, right? So everyone doesn't listen to music on the same one platform, right? Everybody has their preferred way to listen. So you include all of those links under one link. If you give them too many links, they won't do anything. They won't take action. Give them one thing to click and then let them make their decision from there. Luckily, the sponsor of this video, DistroKid, made it super easy to do with HyperFollow. HyperFollow is one single link that allows your followers to pick which streaming service or store they want to support you on, and it just makes it super duper easy for them to support you. You're able to customize your HyperFollow with social media links, video links, or whatever else you want to link in that HyperFollow link. You can collect pre-saves on Spotify and even email addresses, which means you can stay in touch with your fans way after you've released the music. The dopest part, but this is the dopest part, HyperFollow is free for everybody who uses DistroKid to release their music anyway. If you haven't already joined DistroKid, I highly recommend it. Click the link in the description and you'll get a discount on your first year's subscription. But get this, you can release an unlimited amount of music on DistroKid all year for this one fee, which is gonna save you a bunch of money. Like, you're an indie artist, like, you don't have a bunch of money to just be throwing at releasing music. Like, you need to get the music out there so you can start making the money so that you can start reinvesting in your career. So save that money, use the link in the description, get a discount, and only pay one time for unlimited release. So DistroKid is super dope. Thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Question of the day: are you going to come up with a plan and a release schedule to start releasing new music? How often are you going to release it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm curious to see how you're going to execute. If you like the video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.